Hello viewers, welcome to Electrology. Today, we are diving into an important topic, how synchronous motors help improve the power factor. But before we get into that, let's first understand why improving the power factor is so crucial. Suppose we want to transmit a certain amount of power, denoted as P, to the load center at a power factor of 0.1 at voltage V. The current flowing through the transmission line, denoted as I1, can be calculated as P divided by 0.1 times V. This equals 10 times P divided by V. Now, if we transmit the same power at a power factor of 1, the current flowing through the transmission line, denoted as I2, will be P divided by V. Clearly, I2 is 10 times lower than I1. This means that at a better power factor, the current flowing through the transmission line reduces significantly. This reduction decreases the I squared R losses and increases the efficiency of the system. A poor power factor also leads to poor voltage regulation in transmission lines, transformers, and other equipment. This affects the performance of devices like induction motors and fluorescent lamps. To ensure better utilization of devices, higher efficiency, and improved voltage regulation, it's essential to maintain a power factor close to unity. Now, let's discuss how a synchronous motor helps in improving the power factor. The great feature of a synchronous motor is its ability to operate at a leading power factor when overexcited. By increasing its excitation voltage, or field current, a synchronous motor can operate at unity or leading power factor. When a synchronous motor is used solely for improving the power factor, it is called a synchronous condenser. Synchronous condensers are typically installed at the receiving end of a supply line when capacitor banks are found uneconomical. Remember, inductors consume reactive power, while capacitors generate reactive power. If the generation of reactive power exceeds consumption at any point in the power system, the voltage at that point increases, and vice versa. If there is an inductive load demanding lagging reactive power, a synchronous condenser can meet this demand. This relieves the supply system from providing lagging reactive power, allowing it to supply only active power. This means tan theta equals reactive power divided by active power. Since the reactive power is 0, tan theta equals 0. Hence, the power factor becomes cos theta, which equals cos 0, resulting in a power factor of 1. Now let's take an example to make this concept clearer. A factory has a total load of 1800 kilowatts at a power factor of 0.6 lagging. We want to improve the power factor to 0.95 using a synchronous condenser. Let's calculate. The kVA rating of the synchronous condenser, the total kVA of the factory. Without the synchronous condenser, the kVA rating of the factory equals 1800 divided by 0.6, which is 3000 kVA. The reactive power demand of the factory equals 3000 multiplied by sine of cosine inverse of 0.6. This equals 3000 multiplied by 0.8, which is 2400 kVA. To improve the power factor to 0.95, we need to calculate the reactive power required. Reactive power at a power factor of 0.95 equals 1800, multiplied by tangent of cosine inverse of 0.95. This equals 1800 multiplied by 0.329, which is 592.2 kVA. The reactive power that the synchronous condenser needs to supply equals 2400 minus 592.2, which is 1807.8 kVA. Therefore, the rating of the synchronous condenser is approximately 1807 kVA. Now, the total kVA rating of the factory equals the square root of 1800 squared plus 592.2 squared. This equals approximately 1894.91 kVA. Notice that the kVA rating of the factory has reduced from 3000 to 1894.91. This reduction comes at the expense of a synchronous condenser rated at 1807.8 kVA. This results in reduced current flowing through cables, transformers, and other equipment, leading to energy savings due to lower ohmic losses. We hope this explanation has clarified how synchronous motors can significantly improve the power factor in various applications. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Electrology. Want to support us? Click the thanks and join buttons below. Your support helps us bring more valuable content to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video on Electrology.